Man Eats Wild in the building. We're gonna go lower body dynamic, upper body strength. We got Man Eats Wild in the building. We just did an interview, just did a True Talk. If you guys wanna watch that, watch it in full. This guy's got some crazy stories. Now I'm taking them into my world because eventually I'm gonna go into your world. But let me have my first crack at it.
Please,
right?
Man. Yeah,
Today,
just remember, the nicer you are to me now, the nicer I'm going to be to you later.
We'll see. Well, I think I want the damage, so we'll make it happen.
Let's go. All right.
So we're gonna go ahead do a basic condensed conjugate. You guys, if you've been following the program and following the channel, you know what condensed conjugate is. We're gonna go lower body dynamic, upper body strength. Follow along. Let's do it. We're gonna work from the ground up. I usually like to work from the ground up because your feet are your support system, right? And then from there, it kind of goes up the kinetic chain. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna work on range of motion, and we're gonna improve that range of motion by just getting into those motions. And basically, you know how you say like the term, if you don't use it, you lose it?
Yeah.
So like we want to explore ranges so that we don't lose those ranges, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go one leg in, other leg's down, and then you're going to, what we wanna do is basically, we wanna move one joint and lock down another, right? So we wanna move it independent of one another. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my hands, I'm just gonna wrap them, right? Right underneath, there's a bony structure called the tibial tuberosity. We're gonna go ahead and place our hand there. The goal is we wanna move the ankle without the knee moving, right? So what I want you to do is I want you to flex the ankle, right? And then from there, you're gonna internally rotate and then drive it down. So you're gonna plantar flex, yep. Then from there, I want you to slowly rotate it out, right? So you'll feel your anterior tibialis, right? The muscles of the shin, like turn on, and then we're gonna drive up, right? So then you're gonna go all the way up into dorsiflexion, drive it back down, and then bring it back around, right? That's gonna be one, and we'll do two of these, right? Rotate back out, boom, back in, and then back up. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to take your hand, you're gonna basically either figure four, you could gable grip. So you're gonna bring the leg up, right? Then from there, without moving the knee, so now you have to be conscious of your surroundings and how your body's moving. What I want you to do is I want you to circle without moving the knee. So nice and slow, we're gonna do 5, one side, and then 5 the other. 1.
You're doing circles, right?
Circles, yeah. Yeah, these are called controlled articular rotations. So now, let's switch it up, we'll go upper body. I'm gonna grab these bands. We're gonna do what's called banded dislocates. You're gonna keep the band tight, right? And keep your upper back on. So I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna raise up, right? Keep that band tight, and then from there, I'm gonna squeeze my back, my upper back, right? As I come around, I'm not gonna lose it, right? We still wanna keep tension. So we're gonna be here, we're gonna squeeze the upper back, we're gonna bring it all the way up, reach up to the ceiling. So then you're gonna elevate the shoulders. And then you're gonna bring it around, and I want you to protract the shoulders. I'm gonna go from protraction, right? Then I'm gonna bring it up, I'm gonna elevate my shoulders.
Yeah.
Right, then from there, I'm gonna go ahead and retract, so I'm pulling my shoulders back, and I'm externally rotated. Then I'm gonna drive my shoulder blades down, so then I'm gonna activate my lats there.
Yeah.
So we'll go 5 of these, up and around. Let's go ankle rockers. And I want you to use this plate here to get a stretch, right? So use the wall for balance, right? We're gonna go single leg, right? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drive my knee over my toe. So we're gonna work on dorsiflexion, right? And I also wanna see you stretching out the calves. So we're stretching out the calves, primarily the soleus too as well. And from there, you're gonna go to a medium range. So now we're holding in that position, we're isometrically contracting. And then you're gonna go to a high heel range, right? So you're gonna hold for 5 seconds each, right? Then bring it back down and go all the way down to the end range, right? So get that stretch and then drive the knee forward. And as you drive the knee forward, you're gonna pull the toes up to the top of the shoe or to your shins.
Pull the toes up, drive the knee forward.
Yep, and then you're gonna come here, mid-range, hold that position. All right, 5 seconds, and then drive. 5, 4, 3, 2, back down, nice and slow and controlled. Get that stretch, drive the knee more forward. Good. So you're sitting down a little bit more, right? If you can, try to bend the knee more towards the toe. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Good. Just try not to fall out of place, right? Keep your hips facing the wall. Let's go banded pull aparts with this one. You're gonna go protraction, then we're gonna retract without bending the elbows, and then pull the band apart, meeting at the sternum. Let's do 10 of these. So you're gonna retract, pull, protract, retract, pull. All we're doing here is still working that range of motion, and now we're activating the muscles that help support the rotator cuff. We're gonna go tib raises. So all we're doing here is you're gonna lean on the wall, right? Just your upper back's gonna be on the wall, and all you're doing is lifting the toes up, bringing them back down and tapping, right? So now we're just working the tibialis.
Sweet.
Right? Go ahead and give me 20 reps.
20
Let's do
reps.
it. Yep. All right, let's go back up to the upper body. Let's go T push-ups, right? So with this one,
Yeah.
you're gonna go down to the ground, regular push-up position. I like to go 24 inches apart on my feet, right, to maintain balance, because you are gonna rotate through the toes, right? So you're gonna come down, give me a full push-up. With this one, we are gonna do a push-up style or a push-up plus style. So you're gonna start again in protraction.
Yeah.
So we're not just gonna hang out here, you're gonna drive, and you're gonna use these muscles called the anterior serratus, right? The anterior serratus, a lot of people call it the boxer's muscle, right, or the puncher's muscle, because it helps protract and internally rotate the shoulder. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna activate these muscles because it helps stabilize the shoulder and helps the scap kind of rotate around the rib cage. Down,
Yeah.
down, hands off, push, rotate, back down. Other side. We're gonna work the hips a little bit, right? So we went from the ankles, now we're gonna go with support system, now we'll go suspension system. With our suspension system, we gotta be able to absorb force, right? But we also have to have proper range of motion and rotation. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna take my hips and I'm gonna posteriorly tilt. So usually most people, especially us, muscular guys, you're gonna have more of an anterior pelvic tilt, right? So what we wanna do is we wanna alleviate the tension on our low back, which is gonna help you. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead and tuck our pelvis in. So we tuck, and then as I tuck, I'm gonna slide, or I'm gonna act like I'm driving my heels down. So instead of pushing into the wall with my quads, I'm actually gonna pull with my hamstrings. So we're gonna lift, we're gonna get the hamstrings on, right? Hands are gonna be out, so you're gonna open up in like the supine, like open position here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna just shift the hips. So when you shift, one leg is gonna drop down, so now you're gonna have internal rotation on the down leg. It's gonna internally rotate and the hip is gonna go back, right? The opposite leg is gonna maintain and you're gonna squeeze with the down leg. So your adductors, you'll turn on with the adductors. Your glute med will also definitely hit too as well. We'll switch it.
Is your
same
ass
thing.
off the ground right now?
It's off, slightly off, right? So keep your ass off the ground. And then from there, again, we're still keeping the hamstrings on, but I'm also squeezing, and as I pull down, I'm squeezing with my adductors.
Gotcha.
So I'm squeezing the roller here.
So you do one side at a time?
Yep, one, and then here. Now another thing that you're gonna feel is the obliques turn on too.
Yeah.
Right, so this oblique will turn on. Right, so this will turn on, this will maintain position. So you're gonna pull with this and hold, then switch. You'll feel that oblique turn on here, squeeze, and then squeeze. Drive the right knee down. Yep, hold that position and squeeze the roller. You should feel your adductors turn on.
Oh shit, yeah.
And your glute should be on
A
too.
bit on the outside of my glute.
Yep, your glute medius, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go into Copenhagen's and then we'll finish with hip cars. So with the Copenhagen's, take this leg, right? We're gonna go out. I'm gonna go here. This leg's gonna be right in front, okay? All you're gonna do is get in that like side plank position. We're gonna hip up, we're gonna hold, right? We're gonna pull and then be here. So we're gonna keep this hand here. When the knee comes up, the arm comes out. We're gonna be here, pull it back in. So your hands on your hip first, and then reach out when the knee comes up.
Okay.
So switch it up. Now go. Now reach out. Yep.
That's some fucking hard shit.
To the other side. Good. Go ahead, go into that quadruped. We're gonna go here, right? And what I want you to do is start with the knees both on the ground and then just bring it out, right? What I don't want you to do is this. Don't overly extend. Just like in the band rotations, keep everything stacked. So your abs are still on, and all you're doing is just maintaining your balance through this hand. This knee is obviously on the ground connected, but everything else is all, you gotta stabilize through the trunk. So it's opposite arm, opposite leg. Right?
Opposite arm, opposite. Oh yeah.
And then back in, out, and then back in. On the way in, and then exhale on the way out. There you go. Good. Exhale. That's it. So what we're gonna do now is low-level plyometrics. They're called my Pogo series. And what you're doing with these low-level plyos is like you're increasing tendon stiffness, strengthening up the small like feet muscles, right? Your intrinsic muscles of your feet. And then you're also being a little bit more neuromuscularly efficient, or you're turning on the nervous system, right? So now we're gonna hit the ground. We're gonna keep our hips high. So what I mean by that is not to like bend at the waist.
Yeah.
Keep everything stiff. And when you hit the ground, you're gonna attack the ground. Don't absorb. I want you to attack and redirect. So instead of doing it like this, where you're just like kind of bouncing on the toes, I want you to hit the ground, land on your midfoot, just like you did here, where you're doing right? And I want you to drive the toes back up. So it's like I should hear you hit it to be like that, right? So I'm here, hips are high, and now I'm aggressively driving the balls of my feet, midfoot into the ground, and I'm lifting my toes. Keep coming. Good, keep coming. Good. Good, relax. Nice. Good, shake it out. All right, now let's go single leg. Good, now go backwards, sideways.
That's tricky. Yep.
All right, so now let's go ahead. We're gonna go squat. So all it is now we're just integrating the knees and the hips.
Okay.
Right, so what we're gonna do is you're gonna come down, hands are gonna come back, we're just gonna jump up, and we're gonna repeat that. So it'll be here, coming up, boom, back down, boom, boom. All right, jump up, back down, up, back down, up, back down, up. So you want full hip extension, and then you want that reflex to drive through, right? If you're running from something, you want to make sure that you're efficient. Like,
especially the shit I run away from.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Trust me, he runs away from a lot of shit. If you want to check it out, we got some stories, and then also make sure you go check out, what is the main channel that they can find that on? You
can see my current show. It's on every Outdoor Channel, Hulu, okay. Amazon Prime, Apple TV.
Oh, it's on all of them. Man Eats Wild. Check it out. All right, let's go ahead now. We're gonna start moving forward, right? And we're gonna do high knees. Good. Perfect. Butt kick. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna bring the knee up, forward.
Oh yeah, butt kicks, yeah.
And then kick the heel. Kick the heel. Ready?
Yeah.
Go. Going sideways, we're gonna go lateral. So now what I want you to do is slight knee bend, and we're gonna push and replace. So you're gonna push and replace. So boom, 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 push, push, push. Now we're gonna drop level, right? And now we're gonna pull. So we're gonna pull the inside leg, staying low like a shuffle, right? So it's a shuffle, 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 shuffle. There you go, skips, right? So now we're gonna go quick off the ground and redirect force. So it's here, right? We're up, boom.
Fuck, this one's hard.
Little bit of coordination here. Yeah, there you go.
See?
That's it.
Kangaroo.
Power skips now. This is what we would call power metrics because it's a little bit longer of a time on the ground, but we're producing more force. Right? So now you're gonna drive up as high as you can, land on that single leg. Boom, boom. That's it. That's it, good, take your time. So we're gonna go single leg, right? It's basically a skater bound, but we're gonna go more of that oblique jump. So we're gonna load the hip.
Yeah.
You're gonna push off at a 45. Push off, 45, load.
Okay.
Push, load, right?
Yeah.
Load, go, all the way through. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. All right, let's move on to strength. On here, right, floor press. Very simple, right? Just coming to the floor. Now the goal, because of this, is like put you in a good position where you're not gonna overstretch the shoulders, and it really works to lock out of your punches, right? So if you're like punching and doing stuff like, right, coming down, elbows touch, and then punch to sit. Now you can't use leg drop because your feet are out. It's important, so we're all upper body.
So it's just like limits you.
It's the range of motion.
Right.
But the range isn't, the goal isn't hypertrophy with this. The goal is to produce force.
Yeah.
The last tight. Right there now. Go. Good. Let's get like 5. We're gonna work our way up to a 5 rep max. Good, come on. Good, 2, come on. 3, good, let's go. 4, good, 1 more. Drive, nice, perfect. All right guys, so we're gonna go ahead and keep on training. If you like this video, let us know, hit the comments. If you wanna see the full version of our interview with the first True Talk, where we talk about all of my man's adventures and almost dying, go check it out, True Talk. Link is down below in the description. Make sure you follow Mario here on Instagram. Make sure you watch
Man Eats Wild. Make sure you follow me, guys. Man Eats Wild TV on Instagram. Same thing on Facebook. You're gonna love it. Crazy content.
See you guys next time. Peace.
Not so fast, guys. Next time, Phil's gonna come into my world, so stay tuned for that.
Ooh, let's go.